it's your girl Tiff, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about alopecia. I have struggled with alopecia for 2 years now. I was diagnosed with alopecia areata 2 years ago, so I thought this would be great content to make for those of you who think you may be struggling with alopecia. We are going to be talking about treatments and tests. Well, first of all, tests that are very important that you should get done if you have not been diagnosed with alopecia yet. Also treatments that can be performed by your specialist, by your doctor, your physician, and also at-home remedies that you can do to help regrow your hair and to start that journey on just the whole regrowth hair process. So let's get into it. Okay, so what is alopecia areata? It is a form of alopecia hair loss. It's a non-life-threatening disease of your immune system that affects the hair on your scalp. With this condition, your body mistakenly views your hair follicles as an enemy. So your body attacks your hair follicles. This causes some or all of your hair to fall out. It usually begins with the hair on your head. Now, there are 3 forms of alopecia. These are the 3 most common forms of alopecia. There are others out there, but I wanted to go over the 3 most common ones. So there is alopecia areata, which is the one that I was diagnosed with. It is the most common form of alopecia out there. And the areata is patchy hair loss on your head. There's also areata totalis, it's complete hair loss on your head. And then there's alopecia universalis, the loss of all body hair. So this could be from the top of your head all the way down to your toes, where you just completely lose all of your hair. Okay, y'all, so the very first thing that you're going to want to do if you suspect that you may have alopecia, any form of alopecia, or if you're losing your hair in general, the first thing that you're going to want to do is seek professional medical help. So the first thing that I did was I went straight to a specialist, straight to a dermatologist, because they specialize in skin, and in the scalp, and they can do certain tests in their office that your family physician may not be able to perform. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is, the first thing that they do is they actually perform a few tests. My dermatologist performed 2 tests on me to see if I did have alopecia. So they did this scalp biopsy, and I have my handy notes here to make sure that I get it, all down for you correctly. So they do what is called a scalp biopsy. And what this is, it's a small section of the scalp, usually 4 millimeters in diameter, is removed and examined under a microscope to help determine the cause of hair loss. So it's just a little piece of your scalp that they remove, and it doesn't hurt. I was kind of nervous about this test because I did fear that, it was going to be painful, but it was not. Also, the second test that they did on me was the hair pull test, where they pull a small amount of hair. And I know 100 strands, it seems like a lot, but it's really not. So they pull out 100 strands of hair not pull out, like yank it out of your head, but they lightly tug on it. And when they do that, it's to determine if there is an excess loss of hair. If 3 or more hair strands come out, then the patient is likely suffering from excess hair loss. All right, so those are just some of the tests that are performed by your specialist, your dermatologist, is the scalp biopsy and the hair pull test. Those are the 2 main tests that they will do to diagnose you if they suspect that you have alopecia. And like I said, I was diagnosed 2 years ago with alopecia, and it was specifically alopecia areata. And those were the tests that they did on me to diagnose me. Another thing that you want to make sure, if your doctor isn't offering it, is you want to make sure you ask for a CBC. A CBC is a complete blood count test. It's a complete blood test count panel. So, like I said, I have my notes here because I don't want to, get any of the, anything wrong or mixed up. So this is what I asked for because I had researched it and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't deficient in any of my vitamins or that any of my levels, like my estrogen levels, thyroid, testosterone levels weren't like off the charts. So these are the tests that you are going to want to ask for. It is called the CBC panel blood test. And what the test includes and what it pretty much covers is it covers the, let me pull it up real quick. Okay. So like I said, it's a CBC complete blood count test and it checks your hemoglobin, blood iron levels. Those are two separate. So it checks your hemoglobin, your blood iron levels, MCV, and also the complete blood count test will also check your vitamin levels, like I said. So it'll check, it includes checking your zinc levels, your vitamin D levels, and B vitamins, which are vitamin B12 or vitamin B9 folate. So if you are deficient in any of these vitamins, that can be a cause of your hair loss. And when my test came back, I was significantly deficient in vitamin D. That could have been a reason why I had alopecia areata and that I was struggling with it because I was deficient in vitamin D. But also I wanted to tell you guys that I noticed, and this was 2 years ago, I had gone off of birth control and I noticed like in less than a week after I had gotten off my birth control, I had started to lose my hair. I am not sure if this played a role in me being diagnosed with alopecia areata and losing my hair, but I do think that was a big factor that played a role in that, because like I said, I noticed as soon as I got off of it and I had the Mirena IUD, as soon as I had it taken out, I noticed my hair started to fall out. And that is also a symptom whenever you do get off birth control, especially if you've been on birth control for so long, is that you can have hair loss. Also, I noticed that I was getting really bad hormonal acne. So while I was there getting treated for and diagnosed for alopecia areata, I was also getting treated for my skin because I had told them I had gotten off my birth control. And I was breaking out, and they told me that this was called hormonal acne. So I was prescribed a what is it called? I forgot what the name is called. I was prescribed something for my skin, and it did help, and I used it for a while, and then after that I kind of just stopped using it, and I started using my skincare products that I thought were a little bit more gentle on my skin. But yeah, so that's my story. So like I said, I don't know if that played a role in me losing my hair, getting off my birth control, but I do really feel that, like, what a coincidence, right after I got off of my birth control and got it taken out, that my hair started falling out and I started having hormonal acne. So not sure. I mean, my doctors say that, that has nothing to do with alopecia, but somewhere in me believe that it did play a factor in me losing my hair. Also, like I said, I asked for the CBC complete blood count test panel, and I was deficient significantly in vitamin D. So that is another reason why I was losing my hair as well. So those are some things to think about. And for those of you women who have been on birth control for a while and have gotten off of it, if you've experienced any kind of hair loss or hormonal acne, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm really interested in finding out if this has happened to anybody, if this was like a symptom that any women out there have had, is losing your hair after getting off of birth control. So just let me know in the comments below. And another test that you are going to want to ask for, and that is very important, it is just as important as the CBC test, is you are going to want to ask for a DHEA test. And what this does is this tests for your testosterone and estrogen levels. So if you have if it comes back and your testosterone levels are very high, this could be a reason of you losing your hair as well. Also, you want to make sure that you get your thyroid checked and make sure that the test that they perform is for thyroids. And I believe that is also included in the DHEA test whenever they check for the testosterone and the estrogen. The thyroid is included in that. I'm not 100% sure. I tried looking this up and I could not find if it was included in there. But when I went to my doctor, they said that the DHEA test was going to include looking at the levels of my estrogen, testosterone levels, thyroid levels, and also the androgen, your androgen levels. So you're going to want to make sure that you ask for that test, and that is called the DHEA test. Okay guys, so now we're going to talk about what happens after you're diagnosed with alopecia areata, which is the most common, like I said, the most common form of alopecia out there. So you've taken your blood test, they've come back, you find out what you're deficient in or what levels are high. If you have any kind of high levels, like I said, thyroid, testosterone, estrogen levels. So all of those tests have come back. You've completed those. You've done certain tests that were administered by your dermatologist. Like, for example, we talked about the pulling of the hair, that test, also the biopsy test. So what happens after that? So what my dermatologist recommended for me, and what most are going to recommend if you have alopecia areata specifically, is they are going to recommend a steroid injection into the scalp where you have a patch or multiple patches. So anywhere where you have hair loss, they're going to inject the steroid into your scalp, and it doesn't hurt. It's just a pinch. And I know I was pretty nervous at first because I don't like needles. So I was pretty nervous at first, but I'm here to tell you that it does not hurt. It is just like literally a little pinch, and it's like super quick. So after I was diagnosed with alopecia areata, this is the first step that they took to help regrow my hair, were these steroid injections. And what they are going to recommend that you do is that every 2 weeks, so pretty much a duration of 6 months, every 2 weeks you're going to go back and you're going to get these steroid injections. And I really do believe that this helped with my hair regrowth somewhat. I did see improvement, but I also want to talk about other ways that you can help regrow your hair with natural remedies, also with supplements as well. And these are steps that I took that I also feel really helped regrow my hair in such a quick amount of time. Now, I know I said that I had the steroid injections, which I do believe helped as well, but I believe taking further action and me going out and buying these products, I'm going to tell you what the products are that I used to help regrow my hair. I really believe that taking those steps also helped with my hair regrowth process. And my hair, I noticed that after I took these supplements and after I used these essential oils, I noticed my hair growing back very rapidly and very quickly and very healthy as well. So let's get into the steps that you can take other than, like what they'll do like in the office at a dermatologist with a steroid injection. They also wanted to offer me like a medication, and I wasn't comfortable taking that medication. So instead of taking that medication, I kind of did it my own way. And like I said, I went with the more like natural at-home remedies that you can do. So let's get into those. All right, so the first thing that I did once my blood test came back, Everything else was normal, but I was deficient in vitamin D. So the first thing that I did is I went out and I bought a supplement, a vitamin D supplement. And this is the one that I bought. And this is the Nature Made vitamin D3. And this is the one that I bought right here. And this right here really helped with my hair regrowth because I was deficient in vitamin D. So this is the reason why I went out and I bought this supplement to help regrow my hair. So I'll give y'all another look. And Nature Made is a great brand, very, very great brand. I also think it's one of the best ones out there. So I bought this one along with other supplements. So not only did I take the vitamin D3 supplement, but even though I wasn't deficient in any of my other vitamins, you know, I still went ahead and bought other supplements and other vitamins just to help, you know, overall with my immune system, my overall health, you know, with my body, with my hair regrowth. I just thought adding those in there would really help. And I really do believe that they did help. So you don't have to do this, but I did this. So like I said, I was deficient in vitamin D. So I bought the Nature Made vitamin D3 pills, supplement pills. And then I also bought the B12 vitamin, also Nature Made. And you can buy these at Walgreens, Target, CVS, Walgreens, like your local stores. You can find them anywhere. Vitamin Shop, GNC as well. So I also bought this one, B12, and I'm just going to kind of go through them really quickly. And then you can decide, you know, if you want to go ahead and buy these as well. And I do believe that these help, like I said, my hair regrowth and my overall immune system as well. I noticed a big difference in the way I felt. And you know, in my everyday life by taking these vitamins. And I noticed a big difference with my hair growth as well. I also bought the B complex supplement, and these are also Nature Made. And then I bought, these are Spring Valley brand because I could not find the Nature Made brand. So this is Spring Valley from Walmart, but these are very great as well. So this is calcium, magnesium, and zinc, all in one pill. I also took what is called ashwagandha. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Ashwagandha, yes. Ashwagandha root powder, 800 milligrams. So I bought this one. And I'm not going to go too much into detail with each of these supplements, but if you look them up, you can see, you know, really what they, you know, what they support, you know, as far as your immune system and, you know, how they can help. So I bought this one, the ashwagandha, and that one is another good one. And another one, I know probably, you know, if you have been having hair loss, I know that you've probably seen this a lot out there on, you know, on the internet, is Biotin. So I bought Nature's Bounty, and this one I bought at Kroger. So this one I bought at Kroger, and it is Biotin, and I bought the 10,000 mcg Health and Beauty. So this supports healthy hair, skin, and nails. Also energy support. So this baby right here is another reason why I believe my hair grew back in such a quick amount of time and why it grew back so rapidly and, you know, so healthy. So this one right here. So all of these supplements are really, really great to take if you are struggling with hair loss. And like I said, I was deficient in vitamin D. So the main one that I took was the Nature Made's vitamin D. And I just took them back to back. Every morning I would wake up, and if you have sort of like a weak stomach and you need to eat something before you take any of these supplements, go ahead and do that. There's no problem with doing that. But what I did is I just got up, I took my supplements back to back, all of them back to back, and then I would eat something. Like, you know, and I really don't even eat breakfast. I kind of do like intermittent fasting where I start eating at noon to 8 o'clock. But with this, I did start eating like, you know, just like a light breakfast. If it was like cereal, a bagel, even a banana, anything, just to put in your system. So I took these back to back, and there's nothing wrong with taking them back to back. I've looked it up and it's totally fine. I even asked my mom about it. I was like, is it okay to take these back to back? And she's like, yeah, I've been doing it for years. So it is okay to take these back to back and without a meal or like before a meal. But like I said, if you have a weak stomach, make sure you eat first before taking these. Okay, so the next thing that you are going to want to go ahead and purchase, and this is 100% organic, it's 100% natural, and I also do believe that this really helps strengthen, not just where I was losing my hair, but it helps strengthen my hair all around. And I would put this, I would lather it, I would lather my hair with it, and I would use it up to three times a week. So I wouldn't use it every day, but up to 3 times a week, I would do this. And what I did is I went out and I bought essential oils, and you need to make sure that they are 100% organic essential oils. If they don't say 100% organic on the glass bottle, then don't buy those. You need to make sure that you buy the 100% organic essential oils. And I bought mine specifically from the Vitamin Shop. So I don't have them anymore. I went through them and I used them, and I noticed that after I used them and went through them, my hair did grow back. So I didn't keep reusing them after my hair had fully grown back. But I am going to show you pictures of the ones that I did purchase. So the first one that I purchased, the first essential oil that I purchased was Lavender Essential Oil. So this is really going to help your hair grow back, and it's really healthy for your hair as well. Also the Peppermint Essential Oil and the Cedarwood Essential Oil. You are also going to want to dilute these essential oils because they are so strong. You don't want to apply them straight to your scalp. You're going to want to dilute them with, I diluted the oils with what is called jojoba oil. So I diluted these with the jojoba oil and the 3 essential oils. So what I would do is I would basically get a small bowl, pour a small amount of the jojoba oil inside of the bowl first, and you can measure it as well. If you want me to go more into depth and show you guys exactly how I did this process with the essential oils and the jojoba oil, diluting it, and how I applied it to my scalp, let me know in the comments below, and I will go more into detail with this. So you're going to want to dilute the essential oils because they are so strong and they are 100% organic. So do not apply them directly to your scalp. If you do, it will cause irritation and redness to your scalp. So you don't want to do that because, like I said, they are so strong. So diluting them in the jojoba oil really helped to not make my scalp so irritated. And also jojoba oil is another great oil for hair regrowth as well. And if you look it up, it has a lot of great things inside of the oil that helps with hair regrowth, like I said. So make sure that you, with the essential oils, that you buy the jojoba oil to mix it in and to dilute those essential oils. And like I said, all I did pretty much was, and you can measure it, but I had a small bowl, and I would put the jojoba oil in first, and then I would put 10 to 20 droplets of the essential oils into the jojoba oil, and then I would just mix it, and then I would apply it all throughout my hair. Once I was done doing that and my hair was completely saturated with this, and you also want to massage it in. You don't just want to just like slather it on there. You want to massage it in into your scalp and make sure that every inch of your scalp is like pretty much drenched with this, mixture of the lavender, peppermint, cedarwood essential oils, and the jojoba oil all together. You want to make sure that you get every inch of your scalp covered, along with your hair. So I would just, gently kind of go through my hair and put it all throughout my hair. And then I bought a shower cap, and I would put the shower cap, lightly tie my hair back, and then I would put the shower cap on, and I would actually sleep with this overnight. And then when I would wake up, I would rinse it out, wash it out with my shampoo and conditioner. So that is how you are going to want to use these essential oils and the jojoba oil together. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but yes, that is how you're going to want to use these. And these are very important. And I feel that they're very important for hair regrowth because they are 100% organic. And if you research this, and I did a lot of researching, these essential oils for hair particularly do help with hair regrowth. And like I said, my dermatologist wanted to prescribe me a medication, but I did not like the side effects of the medication that it had. And I didn't want to be on something, you know, for such a long amount of time for my hair to regrow. And I am proof that, you know, with all of these steps, with the supplements, well, first I had the steroid injection, which should help, but also with the supplements that I bought, the essential oils that I bought, and applying that to my scalp, my hair grew back. I'm not kidding you. Within 3 days, I started seeing like the little buds growing in on my scalp where I had the patches. And it was just after that, it was like I used it 3 times a week. After, you know, as soon as I started using it, I just noticed my hair growing back significantly in a quick amount of time. And not only did it help my hair and the patches fully grow back, but it also helped with my hair thinning out as well. So those are the essential oils that you are going to want to buy, along with the jojoba oil. Sometimes I mispronounce that. Jojoba oil. Those are the ones that you are going to want to buy. And like I said, specifically, I bought these at the Vitamin Shop. So you can buy these at GNC or Vitamin Shop. You can even buy them at Walmart. But like I said, please make sure they are 100% organic. If they aren't 100% organic, they could be mixed with something else, and that is not going to help your hair regrow back. So make sure they're 100% organic. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what I do now to take care of my hair, to make sure that my hair is always healthy, to make sure that, you know, I don't have this reoccurring problem with alopecia. So you always have alopecia. It is not curable, but it is treatable. And like I said, there are organic remedies, at-home remedies that you can do. So after my hair grew in, I had actually reached out to, I call her my salon girl, my salon person, and she recommended for me to take or to apply Argan Oil onto my hair. Also, I bought a detangler because one thing that you don't want to do is if you're struggling with alopecia, and I do notice sometimes that I will, you know, start missing some hair around this area right here, like kind of on the front and kind of like towards the middle right here. And, but it's grown back. So like I said, it isn't curable, but as long as you know, do these steps and buy these products, it's really going to help with your hair regrowth overall. So what I do now that my hair has, those patches have fully like regrown back, is I did go to the salon, and you can buy these anywhere. You don't have to buy them at a salon, is Argan Oil. So this is the one that I use. The brand is Unite. And this is Argan Oil here. And what you're going to do is you're just going to, when you get out of the shower, you're going to make sure your hair is not drenched, but make sure it's damp, still wet. And I simply just apply a little bit on my fingers, mix it together, and I rub it all throughout my scalp and throughout my hair as well. After I'm done doing that, I take this detangler, and it's the same brand, and you can buy detangler anywhere. It doesn't have to be this brand. It can be from Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CVS, as well as the Argan Oil. Also Vitamin Shop and GNC also sell Argan Oil for your hair specifically, and detanglers. So you're going to want to buy detangler, and after you're done applying the Argan Oil, apply this, and it's pretty much a spray, and you spray it throughout your hair. And you don't have to use too much, just, you know, a little bit. And I spray it because one thing that you don't want to do is if you are struggling with alopecia and you've been diagnosed with any form of alopecia, is you don't want to comb your hair out and be so like rough with it. And my salon girl, she calls it babying your hair. So you're really going to want to baby your hair, guys. You're really going to want to do that. And what all that means is just taking really great care of your hair and making sure that you have, you know, the healthiest hair possible that you can. So babying your hair with Argan Oil and detangler. And the detangler really helps whenever I get out of the shower after I apply the Argan Oil is it really helps, you know, for like, so my hair isn't like getting like pulled out, and it isn't so like, because sometimes when you get out of the shower, your hair is still tangled. So it just helps detangle it, and it helps not to have like so much hair pulled out as you're combing your hair. And I know some people say don't comb your hair after you get out of the shower, wait a little bit. But I go ahead and I apply the Argan Oil and the Detangler together, and I find that it works well. Not a lot of my hair I see is like pulled out, and not a lot of hair is left on the brush. And I do think that has a lot to do with the Detangler. So you're going to want to buy a Detangler for your hair if you're struggling with alopecia. You're not going to want to be rough with your hair and be combing it and just be shedding hair and pulling out your hair, because you know, that's one thing you just don't want to do. Another thing and another tip that I will tell you, and that I've researched, and that my salon girl has told me, is not to wear your hair like super tight in a ponytail. And I used to do this before I was diagnosed. I would wear my hair up a lot of the times. I would kind of do like the Ariana Grande style, where she has her hair pulled up really, really tight, and she has some of it down. And then I would also do like, you know, a full ponytail where I would pull it back. So if you're struggling with any form of alopecia, you are not going to want to wear your hair and pull it back so tight. And still till this day, I don't do that. I will wear my hair up sometimes, and I will wear it, you know, like in cute styles and stuff like that. But I make sure not to pull it so tight. And if I can, I just leave it down just naturally, and naturally let it dry naturally as well, for the most part, since I've been diagnosed with alopecia areata. So those are just some of my tips. If you know, you do feel that you are struggling with hair loss or alopecia, those are my tips on what to do. The first steps to do is to go see your specialist, let them perform their test to diagnose what form of alopecia you may have, and also to buy the supplements that I showed you guys, and also the pictures of the essential oils that I bought. And those are the actual essential oils that I bought. I was able to find those pictures. So you can use that brand, or you can use any brand, and I got mine at the Vitamin Shop. And lastly, you are going to want to make sure that even after your hair regrows back, that you are still babying your hair, or, you know, taking really great care of your hair, and applying Argan Oil to your hair, as well as making sure you have a handy dandy detangler spray, so that you are not combing out your hair and you're not pulling your hair out. All right, guys, so I really hope that this content helped any of you out there who may be struggling with alopecia areata specifically. And I really hope that these steps and all of the tips that I had to give really helped as well. If it did, and if you are struggling with alopecia, or you think you may be struggling, let me know in the comments below. I would be happy to answer any questions. Also, if you want me to go in to further detail with how exactly I mix the essential oils and the jojoba oil together, and how I apply it to my hair, leave me some comments down below letting me know to make that content, and I will do that for you guys. I really hope that, like I said, that this content helped, and really just kind of, you know, trying to get ahead of the alopecia areata. You know, like I said, alopecia is not curable, but it is treatable. But if you can get ahead of it and, you know, come to terms with it and do the steps in this video that I have kind of laid out for you guys, you're really going to see a big improvement with your hair regrowth, and I can assure you that. So like I said, if this content helped you, please let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe. Hit that notification icon if you are new to this channel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.